Hello, guys. I hope you are having a beautiful Tuesday. Welcome back to Sophia Live. Now, the Gen Zs have spoken. The Gen Zs are telling Raila Odinga, enough of a national dialogue. We are not into this. This time round, we are not giving our time. We are not going to listen to what you are saying. So the Gen Zs are telling Raila Odinga, the last time you had a conversation or a national dialogue with this government, you end up taking your people, your political friends to this government, and now the government is not here or there, nothing is moving. They feel things are stuck. So here is Gen Z's message to Raila Odinga.
Raila is just an opportunist. That's what I can say. He's more of a businessman and anangalia mali kuna profit. So as long as there's an opportunity which directly serves him, that's where he will actually enter. And because there's a national dialogue, because now he wants to be seen as a peacemaker, and he's the same guy part of his political class kwa government, and it failed terribly, because if the protests are going on, that means the government has still failed, even though wanasemani a broad-based government. We don't want that. So we don't even need a dialogue about anything, okay?
Yes, so their message is so clear. We don't want this thing you call national conclave dialogue and all that. And you see in his proposal, Raila Odinga is saying that we have 47 representatives from 47 counties to come together for them to talk. So the Gen Zs are questioning, why are we still talking? The matters we are raising, the concerns we are raising is something that can be done without having a national dialogue. They are talking about unemployment, they are talking about education, they are talking about them being on the decision-making table. They are talking about hospital, the SHA thing and all that. So they're saying with all this, because the government understands what is going on, the government knows what is really wrong. So they are saying already the government is aware of what our demands entails, and so they should just work on them, not to have this unnecessary national dialogue. Listen to this.
What we need is action. Because these leaders, they know exactly what to do. They know exactly what to do. They know that there are no jobs. They know that certain hospitals are not up to par. They know that there are no drugs. They know that education. They know exactly what to do, but they won't do it. They just want to consolidate it so that they have actually leverage. But we're saying, now we can do this. Aside to agree on certain times, we don't want promises. We're not little kids that we promise us candy. And then you come back with nothing. They know exactly what to do, but they just won't do it. So I think to me, my mind right now says they'll only respond to violence, of which if it's violence, then that means like burn. If they have to go, the country will burn. Then it's gonna be upon us now, the common man, to actually rebuild the country, so that we don't become another Libya or something, or Mali. But
they are saying that the matters, the concerns that they are raising doesn't need dialogue for this government to work on them or to implement them. So they are telling Raila Odinga, this time round we are not participating. Lastly, they are saying that we've been having conversations and dialogue. Remember from the NADCO report, even recently, the memorandum of understanding between the Kenya Kwanza government and there's Mio, and there were those issues, the 10 agenda issue that was a table, and so far they are saying the government is not even implementing those issues. So if the government has not done anything about the NADCO report, about the MOU between the Kenya Kwanza government and Azmio, why does Raila feel that this time around the government or Ruto's government will adhere to these proposals, to these to the report that will come out of this national dialogue, and work on them? Listen to this.
If the current administration is going to continue doing this dialogue, we don't want that. We want actions. We want you to actually tell us, okay, now we have reformed the police, the police service. Okay, now we have a CS who has actually combat experience. I mean, battlefield experience. We have someone who is in the treasury. They actually have a master's degree to that. People who have experiences working in those positions up there in the government. Not someone Sasa unachukua kama Duale anaenda kwa forestry. I mean, he's just there not because he has experience, but it's just that because they have connections with the political class, right? So they know exactly what to do, and dialogue will never solve anything. That means it's just coming out Raila as a peacemaker, and nothing else will actually move in this country. If it's dialogue, we don't want that. We want action.
So the Gen Zs or the youths of this country have concluded that no dialogue is going to happen. If Raila wants to have dialogue with Ruto, they can go on, but they should not involve them. Others are saying that the government is using Raila Odinga to just confuse the young people and to just try and keep them busy as the government buys time. You know, the protest that has been happening in this country, sincerely speaking, has shaken Ruto's regime, and to a point that they know that is not good. They know that they cannot afford to have another protest. They cannot afford to have another time for the young people to go back to the street. So they must look for everything or anything that would help them things to calm things down, and to ensure that the Gen Zs are not going back to the street. But I don't know why the Raila Odinga is insisting on dialogue. Sincerely speaking, if you have to speak the truth, if you have to just have that an open discussion, what is this dialogue going to benefit the young people of this country? If the issue is unemployment, so people sitting discussing, what are they going to discuss about unemployment and youth? We have schools heads who are saying that the money being sent to school is not enough under capitation. So does the government need a dialogue to work on that? Does the government need a dialogue to ensure that the help reach universities in time? Does the government need a dialogue to do all that? I don't think so. Personally, I don't think so. So for Raila Odinga, I think maybe he should propose something else, but for dialogue, no. The matters that these people are raising, it is just a matter that the government can work. And me, I normally say this government is capable of doing all these things that the young people are raising. The government is capable to give to ensure that we have enough medicines and drugs in hospital. The government is capable of ensuring that all schools are funded well. The government is capable of ensuring at least in each year, at least wanapunguza that gap of unemployment amongst the youth. So me, I personally believe that the tax that this government is collecting from the loans is capable of solving all these problems. If they have to manage properly what they are, not even the loans, the money they are collecting from Kenyans as a tax. Right now we are talking about EPRA, imeongeza bei ya mafuta. People are questioning, people are wondering, how come that mafuta yenye napitia Kenya is cheaper in Tanzania and Uganda and in Rwanda, and Kenya is so high? So you see, the government is collecting a lot from Kenyans in form of tax, but the problem is the management of this money, because these monies that the government is collecting, it seems it is being channeled to somewhere else. We don't know where, but it seems that someone is really not being just serious and all that, because the tax is supposed to do all these things. So having conversation is not, having a dialogue and all this is not going to help. I don't think that the dialogue is going to help anything. I believe the government is capable of doing all things when working on the issues that the agencies are raising, and to ensure that all that they have been raising is implemented, they are working on, and just to ensure that at least we have a good environment to also to the business people and all that. So dialogue is unnecessary, if you ask me. But I don't know the intentions of Raila Odinga of coming up with these conversations. I don't know his intentions, but I think that I don't think that the dialogue is necessary, sincerely speaking. If you have to be just the truth to ourselves, we don't need this dialogue. Government, Ruto's regime can work on these issues. Police brutality. Do you need a dialogue to end police brutality? No. Do you need a dialogue to end abductions? No. Do you need a dialogue to end enforced disappearances? No. So why should we have a dialogue? Just people wanting also to make money out of this, because we know with dialogue a certain budget will be set aside, so due to have people meet in Naivasha, meet in Nairobi, meet in Nanyuki and something like that. All this is not necessary if you ask me. So that is it from me for now. Thanks for watching. This is Sophia Live.